Good morning, children. Sairam, welcome to your English online session. Children, today we will continue with English lesson 1.5, The Necklace by Guy de Maupassant. But before that, let us learn some new words and their usage. Now, the first one, stammered. Stammered. Now, children, stammered means to make involuntary stops and repetitions in speaking. Now, let us learn a sentence. The inexperienced actor stammered nervously through his first press conference. Now, children, sometimes when we are nervous, that time we stammer. Okay. So, what do you mean by stammered? To make involuntary stops and repetitions in speaking. The inexperienced actor stammered nervously through his first press conference. Imitation. Imitation. Now, imitation means something that is made to look exactly like someone else, or we can say a replica. Okay, something that is made to look exactly like something else. Now, let us frame a sentence. This is a real pearl, not an imitation. So, imitation, it could be a replica also. Okay, so this is a real pearl, not an imitation. Okay, now children, let us proceed with the story. Children, in part 2, we had discussed about how Mathilde lost her friend's diamond necklace. They searched high and low for the necklace. They went to the police, newspapers to offer a reward to the cab companies, but they could not find anything. At last, they decided to replace the necklace, and they did so by paying 36,000 francs. Okay, after that, they entered into ruinous agreements. They led the horrible life of the poor. For example, Madame Loisel, she understood the drudgery of work. She had to undergo odious labors. Okay, she now looked old because of doing so much of work. And her husband, Monsieur Loisel, he sat late in the evening, late at night, and he wrote manuscripts for 5 sous a page. Now, sous is a French coin of low value. But at last, after 10 years, they had repaid the debt along with the interest. Madame Loisel brooded over the past. Brooded over the past means she thought sadly. She was unhappy. So she brooded over the past and she used to think what would have happened if she had not lost that necklace? How little is needed for one to be ruined or saved? So, children, 10 years have passed now. She looked old. She is unhappy as usual. Now, children, let's proceed further and see what happens after 10 years. One day, as she was walking in the Champs Elysees, suddenly she saw Madame Forestier, still young, still beautiful, still charming. So, children, one Sunday, as Madame Loisel was walking in the Champs Elysees, now, children, Champs Elysees is a busy street, or you can say a commercial street in Paris, that is France. It is very beautiful street. It's a busy street in France, that is Paris. Okay, so one day, as she was walking in the Champs Elysees, suddenly she saw Madame Forestier, still young, still beautiful, still charming. Madame Loisel felt emotional. Should she speak to her? Yes, of course. And now that she had paid, she would tell her all. Why not? So, looking at her, Madame Loisel, she felt emotional because her friend looked very beautiful and she looked old. Should she speak to her? Yes, of course. She decided she will speak to her because now she had paid the debt. So she will tell her about the problems, about the horrible life that she had faced in 10 years. She went up to her. Good morning, Jean. The other, astonished to be addressed so familiarly by this common woman, did not recognize her. She stammered. So she went to her, greeted her, good morning, good morning, Jean. The other, astonished to be addressed so familiarly by this common woman, did not recognize her. She stammered. So Madame Forestier, she was astonished, she was shocked that who is this woman? She did not recognize Madame Loisel. She stammered. But, Madame, I don't know. You must have made a mistake. No, I am Mathilde Loisel. So she introduced her that I am Mathilde Loisel. Why she was not able to recognize Mathilde Loisel? Because she looked old. Okay, after doing so much of work, 10 years she had slogged, so she looked very old. Therefore, Madame Forestier could not recognize her. Her friend uttered a cry. Oh, my poor Mathilde, how you have changed! Yes, I have had some hard times since I last saw you, and many miseries, and all because of you. So, Madame Forestier, she uttered a cry. Oh, my poor Mathilde, how you have changed! Then Madame Loisel replied, yes, I have had some hard times since I last saw you, and many miseries, and all because of you. So Madame Loisel started blaming Madame Forestier that it's because of you I had faced such a life. Me? How can that be? You remember that diamond necklace that you lent me to wear to the ministry party? Yes, well, I lost it. So, Madame Loisel, she told her that you remember that diamond necklace you had given me to wear to the ministry party? And I had lost that diamond necklace. What do you mean? You brought it back. I brought you back another exactly like it, and it has taken us 10 years to pay for it. It wasn't easy for us. We had very little, but at last it is over, and I am very glad. Madame Forestier was stunned. So, Madame Forestier said that you had given me the necklace back. Then Madame Loisel told her that I had brought same like that, exactly the one you had lent me, and it had taken for us 10 years to pay for that. It wasn't easy for them because they were poor, they were having very little. So they had bought that diamond necklace for 36,000 francs, right? But at last it is over, and I'm very glad because after 10 years they were able to repay the debt along with the interest. So Madame Forestier was shocked. She was stunned. You say that you bought a diamond necklace to replace mine? Yes. You didn't notice then? They were very similar. So, Madame Forestier, she said, you had bought a diamond necklace to replace mine. Then Madame Loisel replied, yes, you did not notice? They were so similar. And she smiled with proud and innocent pleasure. Madame Forestier, deeply moved, took both her hands. Oh, my poor Mathilde! Mine was an imitation. It was worth 500 francs at most. Yes, so Madame Forestier was moved, deeply moved. She was shocked that they had bought a diamond necklace. She took both her hands and she told Mathilde that hers was an imitation. That necklace was an imitation. It was worth 500 francs at most. So it was only for 500 francs, and they had bought a diamond necklace, real diamond necklace, for 36,000 francs. Okay, so see the irony of life. So She had to pay 36,000 francs, and 10 years she had slogged, okay, and led a life of a poor, miserable life she had to face. Okay, so from the story, children, what do you learn? What is the message of the story now, children? The main message of the story is that we should be what we are. Be content with what you are having. Be satisfied with what you have. Don't run behind materialistic things. False pride is the cause of our sufferings. Pride always leads a fall, children. The loss of a false necklace by Madame Loisel was not a big loss. Things could have been settled right if she had confessed the loss of the necklace to the owner, that is Madame Forestier. She should have at least confessed to her friend that she had lost her necklace, right? So she did not confess, and she got a real diamond necklace for her, right? This small mistake of Madame Loisel makes her whole life miserable and dark. Okay, she should have confessed the truth, right? And the irony was that the cause of all these sufferings was a false necklace. It was an imitation, right? It was a false one. It was a replica. So she had to suffer because of that. So, children, false pride is a cause of our sufferings. We should not run behind materialistic things. Be content with what you have, what you are having. Always you should be thankful to God that you have got such a good life. Okay, so never run behind materialistic things. Be satisfied in your life. Be happy with your life, and always we should thank God that whatever we are having, we should be thankful to God. Okay. All right. Now, children, let's see what's there for us in English workshop today. Now, children, you have to prepare a formal invitation using the following format. Now, children, in your textbooks, after the end of the lesson, there's an English workshop activity. Okay, so in this lesson, you have to prepare a formal invitation using the following format. Now, children, the format is given. Just have a look. Mr. and Mrs. solicit the pleasure of your company on the occasion of their on, that is day, date, venue means the place, time. You have to fill all this. Okay, include other requests like RSVP. RSVP means please respond. No presents please at the bottom. So, children, you have seen such invitations. It could be a wedding invitation or any anniversary invitation, right? So let us see this. Let us I have a solved example for you. Then after that you will be doing it on your own. Okay, just have a look, children. Mr. and Mrs. Ramnath P. Rao solicit the pleasure of your company on the occasion of the wedding reception of their daughter Sonali on Sunday 25th June 2020. So, children, this is just an example for you. Okay, you have to do on your own. I'll repeat once again. Mr. and Mrs. Ramnath P. Rao solicit the pleasure of your company on the occasion of the wedding reception of their daughter Sonali on Sunday 25th June 2020. Now, children, venue is given. Okay, Birla Sabhagraha, MG Road, Mumbai. The timing is given 7 to 10 p.m. And see at the bottom, presents in blessings only, please, with best wishes from Ananya and Anmol Deshmukh. So in this way, you have to prepare a formal invitation. You have to write in your notebook. Okay. Now, children, there is one more activity. Now, children, in your lower classes, you always make this table, right? Present tense, past participle. If you remember, we used to always make a table at the end of the lesson, right? Now, similarly here, children, read, recall and remember. Read the table of verb forms given below. Now, children, they have given the base, then the S form, that is used for the present tense, then the past tense of that base form, present participle and past participle. Now, see the first one, give, that is the base form of the verb. Then if we want to use S form, it will be used in the simple present tense, right? So, it will become gives. And the past tense is gave. Present participle you have to use ing form, so it will become giving. And past participle it will become given. So give, gives. Past tense is gave. Present participle giving. Past participle given. Now past participle you use when you are using passive voice. Okay, so use in the formation of passive voice. Now similarly, second one, draw. Then S form if we add, it become draws. Past tense drew. Present participle drawing. Past participle draw. The next one, eat, eats. Past tense is ate. Present participle eating and past participle eaten. Show, with S form it becomes shows. Past tense showed. Present participle showing. Past participle shown. Next one, take. S form takes. Past tense of it took. Present participle taking, you have to put ing form. Past participle taken. Now next one, say. Present tense, that is S form, says. Past tense will become said. Present participle saying, you have to use ing. Past participle said. Next one, come, comes, came, coming. Again past participle will come. Go, and S form it will become goes. Past tense is went. Okay, present participle going and past participle gone. So children, you have learned this in your lower classes also. This is a table of verbs. Okay, so S form is used for present tense. Okay, simple present tense. Okay, you have learned this, and present participle we use for forming the continuous tenses. Okay, so this table you should remember. Okay children. Now children, it's time for homework. Now children, you have to write 5 verbs, the last letter of which is doubled in the present participle. Children, I have given you 2 examples: put, putting, sit, sitting. So children, the last letter is double and we have used ing form, that is the present participle. So similarly, you have to write 5 verbs. Okay, the last letter of which is doubled in the present participle. Similarly children, you have to write 5 verbs, the last letter of which is doubled in the past participle. For example, write, written, rot, rotten. You have to also write 5 verbs, the last letter of which is doubled in the past tense. Sob, sobbed, plan, planned. Okay, so you have to write 5 verbs. Okay, so very simple, right? Now children, I hope you have understood this activity and so the story. And what did you learn from the story? Yes, you had learned that we should always be content, satisfied in our life. Always we should be happy in our life. Yes, so thank you my dear students. Have a good day and we'll meet in the next class. Till then, take care.